Oh, where'd that fucking photo go? Oh, there it is. I was like, wait, a second here. Bada bing. Boom, posted. All right, baby. We're rolling now. What's up, Life of Lucy? I'm just hanging out. I got some things to do today, but I just wanted to go live, but I didn't want to go live from my PC. Kind of wanted to talk to some people today. What are you up to on this Tuesday? That was wild. Okay, my bad. Okay. right. Doing some prep. Have a job interview in a little bit. Uploaded a new video. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, React Lords. Good to see you. You're live right now, right? Did I just get that notification? I was never an Aubrey Graham stan. Listen, okay? Never supported Jimmy in his efforts, all right? It's Team Craig. Team Craig all the way. Exactly. Aubrey who? Aubrey who? Get out of here. Hey, I uploaded a new video though. I think you'd like it. It's about the New Balance Long Beach edition. What's up? So I think you'd like that, man. Check it out. It's almost like I make content for you now. Shoes! Tech and shoes! Yeah. Did a little bit of research for it. You already have the tab open. Let's go, boys. Honestly, I don't know if I wanted to. I just wanted to go live to do this. Just chat a little bit. That's it. I have no plans for the stream. Obviously, I'm not doing it for my PC today, so I don't have tabs. No! CoffeeZilla dropped the rabbit video? Stop! Are you serious? Dude. I wish I could share my tab. Would it be bad decorum to watch it through the phone? I don't even know. That's crazy, really? That's awesome. Yeah, I just thought I'd come on here and try to promote the new video for the New Balance video I just did, so that's what I'm doing here. Thank you so much for the subscription. Someone subscribed on YouTube. I see you. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, I thought I could just come on here for a little bit, try to pull some viewers into the new vid. Send them your way even. You see React Lords in chat. He's live too. He's gonna be live a lot longer than I am. So. That's crazy, man. YouTube. I'm going to YouTube right now. I'm gonna see it, dude. CoffeeZilla. Damn, he came out that fast. Honestly, how would I watch this even with the squad? What's up, What if I set up the phone like this and we watch together? I do remember you. What if we did it like this? We can watch together. You know what I mean? Is this too janky? Or is this just like the right amount of jank, you know? Where's my audio coming from? Give me a second here. Is this like ultra janky or is this like trendy? You know how some people record their screens? $30 million AI is hiding a scam. Oh, is it now?
One is a tech product that has raised tens of millions in venture capital, promised the world, and delivered on almost none of it. Worse, though, it's built on a scam that the founder is now trying to distance himself from. But, hey, where are my manners? I'm trying to be more positive in 2024.
You tell me how the audio is, because to me it's loud as hell. So, I mean, for what it's worth, it's loud as fuck. But, what does it sound like for you guys? It's okay, but quiet. Okay, I could turn it up, or I can move you all closer to the fucking speaker even.
So let's let this company introduce themselves.
This is so janky. I feel like, it's so stupid, dude. Anyway, I think this will work though. I think this will be fine. What do you guys think? I'm just gonna run it.
At least before we say anything negative about them.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jesse, and I'm the founder and CEO of Rabbit. This is the Rabbit R1. I can speak or type with R1. I can also use R1 to call a ride. I can also use R1 to order food. I can also make R1 to a set of more complex actions. For example, if I want to plan a trip to London, I can just describe what I wish in full to R1. You can order the R1 now at rabbit.tech, and we are shipping Easter 2024.
Well, there you go.
Okay, but honestly, like, it's one of the cheaper devices. So I'm really curious to see what the scam is, because like they've kind of, while they delivered on everything they said they were going to deliver, it was like not as cool as they thought it was going to be. You know, okay, I don't even know. Oh, hello.
That's not so bad. You got yourself a standard tech guy in a black shirt promising the world Apple keynote background. What could go wrong? Oh, and I guess it's past Easter 2024, so the product should have shipped. So before we talk about the scam and...
I thought it did ship. Did it not ship? Are we not shipping this? I thought people have it. I've seen reviews. What are we talking about?
Well, let's briefly check in with Tech YouTube for how this AI assistant is assistanting.
The thing that you get at the beginning is like borderline non-functional. Book an Uber to LTT Labs.
The rideshare status is currently unavailable.
Get me a ride.
Apologies. The Uber ride request couldn't be processed.
What is this?
You are holding a taco.
Oh,
Oh.
that's not good. I could give them a few lessons on positivity. Turns out, basically everyone in the tech sector tag teamed this product for being non-functional or plain wrong about things that Rabbit said the R1 could handle. Things just weren't working. But what if I told you that wasn't the biggest scam? That this company is built on something much worse. And now that I've been so cheery
Okay, I have to know what it is. I have no idea.
and positive, let's go down the rabbit hole and see what's under the hood. Yes,
Rabbit hole.
it's a bunch of rabbit jokes. So the first thing we need to do is go to their webpage. The R1 is created by something called Rabbit Incorporated, but this company has a strange history. It was originally registered under a different name, Cyber Manufacture Co. In fact, they changed their name 2 months before their official announcement. And it turns out that name change is pretty significant because Cyber Manufacture Co.
Yeah, I wish you could see my reaction while I'm watching this, because it is. I have read so much about this company. I didn't know that. I didn't know they had a whole ass name change. That's kind of nuts. What? What?
wasn't just like a shell company or the same company under a different name. They had separately raised venture capital for a completely different project. Not AI, it was for NFTs. Now, before you laugh, remember.
Stop. All right, this was a good start. This is some what? What? Okay, it's not unheard of, right? It's absolutely not unheard of to raise capital for an idea that's in beta and then rapidly change that idea based off of like what your users want, right? It's classic user education. Where are they clicking the most? You have 5 features, but they click on 3 features the most to save money. You're going to take away 2 features. That makes a lot of sense. To switch to from an NFT project though, which is based in no product. Right. It's based in art. To rapidly shift to something you hold in your hand, it is quite crazy of a leap, in my humble opinion. All right, back to the video. Oh my God, this is already blowing my mind. We're not even like 5 minutes in. This is a joke.
Remember, this is 2021 when people took NFTs very seriously. According to a press release, the project was called Gamma, and it was at the intersection of gaming, community ownership, and Web3 buzzwords. What does that have to do with AI? Well, not really much. Conversely, Rabbit today also sort of wants nothing to do with crypto. Their founder, Jesse, announces for Rabbit, "Let me be clear, quote, we will never touch crypto. Never." Okay, well, that's pretty strong, but given their whole past is built on crypto NFTs, it's a little strange. Now, when Gamma is brought up, Jesse doesn't really deny that he ran the project. He sort of makes it sound like it was no big deal, just kind of a thing of the past. Quote, "Gamma was a fun little project I was involved with during early COVID time. My main work is to build a Unreal Engine 5 space station themed game that I later open sourced. Yes, Gamma released NFTs and I bought a bunch myself just for fun. Never trade, never released any token or crypto coins, and I left that project once the game was open sourced." Well, there you go, haters. Case closed.
Gotta be case closed, right? That's it. I mean, again, it's not completely unheard of. I mean, think about it. If worked at a startup that was kind of crypto related at first because it was market based, right? So like at the time, new technology of this NFT on blockchains and crypto was really exciting. And a lot of those dudes, right? I'm not saying that pretty straight up. It's always dudes that are the founders of those kinds of companies. They're going to be interested in the next tech, right? The next new thing, right? What was the next new thing? It was AI. I mean, again, it makes kind of a natural leap just because once you're interested in something, right? You have a natural inclination to keep learning about new technologies in that field as they arise. And, AI exponentially grew. It's the biggest trend in tech, right? And that was the case for crypto and NFT. And again, I never even bought a crypto coin. I never bought an NFT. To this day, I still don't own any of that. But I don't know if that's an inherent obviously it's scammy. The whole kind of industry was very scammy. But I'm curious to see where this is gonna go.
It was a fun little multi-million-dollar project he did.
Multi-million-dollar
Built it on Unreal Engine. He may have sold a few NFTs, but he bought a few NFTs. So, it's not a scam. Please don't look into this. Please do not look into this. This is not a scam. Oh, some people may have looked into it. First, Emily Shepard, and then the writer and podcaster Ed Zitron jumped in the fray with a great article. And I spoke to Ed, and he told me a very different story than Jesse about this Gamma project.
It's so weird, and it's the same company. And in 2021, they raised this $6 million, and then Jesse Liu, across several hours of Clubhouse that I subjected myself to, promised the world and more.
Now, I have to say, promise the world and more is slightly inconsistent with fun little COVID project. So I decided I needed to listen to these recordings of Jesse talking about Gamma myself back in the day and find out.
Okay, so there is one thing that I do want to mention, and I think that it's I don't know if it sounds like I'm in defense of like scammers and NFT or anything, but I will say this much, right? When we're talking about like scamming people, what's up, Myth? Welcome to the jankiest of streams today. We're watching a CoffeeZilla video, but like through the phone. And right now we're going down the rabbit hole, which is the Rabbit device that is the worst assistant allegedly. And I'm gonna approach this more optimistically. I think it's gonna get better. I think where we're at now is not great, and everyone says that, right? Everyone says that. No one's hiding that fact. But apparently they had a company that invested in NFTs and crypto. But my main point here is when we're talking about, predominantly dudes with a lot of money, 5 million to them in their company is not a lot of money. It is a little project considering how much money is in tech and in startups specifically. And again, I'm not trying to defend, Jesse at all here. But if we're going to be talking about businesses, $5 million is chump change. You can't even pay like 3 employees for that long with that amount of funds. So I think we just need to be a little bit more, optimistic or charitable, to say the least, when we're talking about this sort of stuff and businesses.
Who was really telling the truth? Jesse or Jesse?
I don't want to make Gamma, or none of us want to make Gamma as a hype and dump program. This is a legit team with millions of dollars of fundings behind. Basically, we're dumping millions of monies into.
So I love how when people are like, "Oh no, it's legit. We have a lot of money." That's not exactly a good like key performance indicator. If it's legit, just look at all of the most popular Ponzi schemes and stuff, right? Like those guys had all of the money. It was still a scam. It was still a scam at the end of the day. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It's about what you do with the company that you are raising those funds for.
To it, just to make sure that it will be a next level experiences.
Okay, I have to admit, it definitely sounds like Ed is right. This is sold as whatever the opposite of a quick NFT hype and dump project is. And this is where things get much weirder.
So NFT is only just the beginning, the very beginning of this. We probably think that the NFT part will only take, no more than 20% of the entire weight of this entire Gamma project. So after NFT, we have this huge, groundbreaking ideas about Gammaverse. Then after that, we have this, again, huge groundbreaking ideas about the.
So Gammaverse, right? That's like metaverse, but for this Gamma project. And when they're not alone in this. And I think a lot of people had good intentions. Like they didn't think it was going to be a scam necessarily. Like when you're building infrastructure for these verses, right? Like Meta does it too. They have trillions of dollars. So of course what they do is more legitimate, right? Yeah, I'm not convinced.
The energy versus Gamma coin. And that, the chances that Gamma coin become the first not only carbon neutral, but actually carbon negative crypto 2.0 or Bitcoin 2.0, I think that's completes the entire Gamma story.
Hopefully now you're starting to see why I think it's strange for Jesse to claim that Gamma was a fun little project where he never released these tokens or crypto coins, when that's sort of what he promised. He told people he was going to release a carbon negative Bitcoin 2.0. And look, I know it sounds stupid now, but again, 2021 was a different time. And remember, Jesse had millions in backing. It's not hard to see how people took him seriously.
What are we talking about? I'm confused. You know what? It is kind of hard to explain. So what we're looking at here, right, is a startup founder, Jesse. And what he did was he created the Rabbit. And if you don't know what the Rabbit is, it's a handheld device that essentially operates as an assistant, AI. And it is a little bit more than your basic LLM, which is your large language models that can do narrow focus tasks. Large action models are things that can act on your behalf. And they tackle much larger issues and tasks, such as calling an Uber, right? So not only is it saying, I'm registering this task, I'm going to operate these apps for you as well. That's his company, right? He created this assistant that is supposed to do that. Does it do that? Not all the time, and not well, not consistently, right? So that is kind of a scam in itself, right? Delivering below what you said you were going to. What has come out since that was this guy has a record of doing sort of promises and then not delivering or under delivering, and that's what CoffeeZilla is talking about, is his history. This isn't his first startup. Apparently he had an NFT project that didn't come to fruition. And NFTs, if you don't know, and crypto is thought to be pretty much a scam in general. A lot of people in this field are scammy people. They raise funds and then take the funds. You can see Sam Bankman-Fried's in jail because of that. Back in the day, we'd call these Ponzi schemes. And so that's kind of what we're talking about, is the guy who is, the Rabbit guy. Jesse, and I guess he's kind of got other scams behind him, and that's what is being uncovered right now. So, I know this is pretty scuffed stream, so just if you if you can't bear with it, that's all right, dude. It's good to see you in chat though. I'm gonna do my best to keep this going.
He said it didn't matter how the NFTs did; he was going to execute. But where are those millions? The money raised from customers.
Yeah.
The company changed.
Yeah. Where is the money though? Because did he invest it back into this product, this handheld product? Because that's not what he said he was going to do.
Rabbit, where did it go? Did it go to develop Rabbit, a completely different project? I don't know. I'd love to sit down with Jesse and find out. What I do know though is that so many of the promises of Gamma didn't happen. And this is relevant to the R1, not just because this project is built on the skeleton of that scam project. It's also because the R1 was overhyped in a similar way as a do-it-all device. But this same company isn't some historyless company. They have a history of abandoning investors like they did with Gamma NFTs. I mean,
So again, when we're abandoning investors, we're swindling them. That was the word I was thinking of. Oh my God, the other day I was at a bar and someone was like, what do you say when you get scammed? But it's not called scammed. It's swindled, okay? That's what happens when you what is that what happened? I don't know. Let's watch.
Jesse even told people who were worried about the NFTs, don't pay attention to that. You know, it's all going to work out. You just got to be a true supporter.
I would suggest for our true supporters, do not pay too much detail about the current NFT mechanisms because that doesn't matter. You know, I can safely say that.
Listen, the structure in which we're going to be getting this startup off the ground just doesn't matter. You have to believe me. You have to believe me.
Even if the entire NFT project completely failed, which I don't think that's the case, we're gonna still push the Gamma verse, and we're gonna still push the clean energy and Gamma coin happen using our funds.
I cannot emphasize enough, that was a lie. That never happened. The clean energy Gamma coin never got published or built or launched, even though Jesse said they were gonna do it, they had the money. By the way, we all know it's vaporware, but I think it's important to really hear him sell it because this is the same guy who wants you to take him seriously when he sells you the future of AI. Take a listen to the whole vision really laid out.
Gamma coin, which is basically Bitcoin.
If you don't know what vaporware is, it's a product or, hardware, a software type thing that's announced, but it's never actually manufactured. It doesn't come out, or it's completely late or different than what was promised to the initial investors. This happens a lot with GoFundMes and kind of startups. So
2.0, that is 100% generated by clean energy. And we did the math, we did the calculations to where if you own over 1,800 megawatts of clean energy generation, that means you will have extra generated electricity that you can donate back to city grid. So the general concept is, let's say if you own a Gamma NFT, that means you own the equal portion in valuation of your NFTs at that moment of that clean energy grid that we started building in the real world. That means you own that power, that portion of the clean energy solar panels that generates that power. And that means you own that power. And that also means that you own that portion of that power, and that power will be used to generate Gamma coins. That means you can earn your Gamma coins out of this entire clean energy cycle.
All right, let's try to suspend our disbelief for a second here and figure this out. Basically, he's saying buying NFTs somehow would build a clean energy grid, which you would sort of co-own, which would make clean tokens, sort of a thing. And look, I know that sounds a little insane, but the funny thing is, it's sort of the most sensible part of this project, because...
Okay, I'm so glad he said that, because that's what I was gonna say. That kind of sounds super sensible to have it rooted in a product in the real life. Because that's the other thing about, investing in Bitcoin or NFTs. It's sort of a social construct, the value of those things, right? So if someone tells you an NFT is worth this much, it's only worth that much. It's very similar to art. It's subjective. It's only worth something that someone else is willing to pay for. But once you start tying NFTs and Bitcoin to actual materials, right, like the US dollar, or no, that's not, that's a conversation for a different time. But when you start grounding it in materials, I suppose, that do have sort of a more stable, currency attached to them. For example, like the infrastructure to do clean energy. That is a neat idea, right? To own a bit of clean energy of the future. That's a tangible product that is worth investing in. I think a lot of people would agree. Anyway, that I'm sort of getting sidetracked here, but I don't know. I like to approach these sorts of things with a little bit more of a charitable take, and I don't know if that makes me a sucker or not. But I digress. Let's get this group going again.
As I learned, that wasn't even close to the end of it.
They were saying there was going to be a storefront on, I think, Fairfax Avenue across from Supreme in LA. They were going to do a comic book. They claimed there's a Discord
comic
thing.
book?
Yeah, they said a comic book, a TV show, an MMORPG, and at
No!
one point, yes. And then Jesse Lou at one point said that the future of this thing you would control using your brain logic. It is insane.
Am I the only one who doesn't know what brain logic control is? Look, when I first heard this, I thought,
It's Neuralink. It's Neuralink. And again, it's not exactly crazy. Because what you're doing is like building an infrastructure for the future. And I understand people who want to be a part of that. I do. I genuinely do understand that passion and want. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I don't like to be so harsh about it. I really want to be an optimist and someone who is charitable when it comes to these kinds of things. So anyway, back to the video.
this cannot be right. This project is already crypto plus NFTs plus clean energy plus comic books. Surely they aren't going to wrap in AI as well,
Spoiler alert.
right?
The ultimate goal is that each NPC will be powered by AI algorithms, and then you will be interact directly with them using your natural language and your brain logic. I think that will be the ultimate goal. And when I say ultimate goal,
Yeah.
I don't think that's like a 10 years plan. I think, in the next couple of years, we might have a very good chance to achieve it.
Okay, I mean, again, I don't think this guy's crazy. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm like sounding like a freaking crazy person myself. But when we're talking about infrastructure for the future, it's like you see Neuralink, you see that exists. You see Apple working with like eyewear, right? And you see AI building user interfaces based off of personalized preferences. These things already exist. So this guy was like ahead of his time in a way, right? What he was hypothesizing still doesn't exist to this day, but we do see a little bit more of like practical remnants of it building. Again, I didn't buy the rabbit. I didn't spend $199 on any of this stuff, right? Like I'm also someone who's very conservative when it comes to my finances. So like I'm not going to be giving these swindlers my money, but to say that they don't pique my curiosity and wanting to learn more, I'd be freaking lying. I would just be one big liar if I said that. You know what I mean? I would just be a liar.
Oh, he did. He promised in 2 years. Okay, well, why not toss in AI to the buzzword salad? In fact, I guess it maybe relates it more to Rabbit. Maybe we do have the connection, right? The brain logic interface is the connection. I mean, why not just make it the Matrix while you're at it?
I mean, it surely is the Matrix to my extent, and
Okay.
to the original concept of the Matrix, that you will be reborn with your alter identity in this metaverse, and whatever you do in the real world matches the.
Okay, so again, the Matrix, right? It's like an environment, a structure, if you will. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't sound crazy. Meta is creating the metaverse. Like, what are we talking about here? It's a thing.
Exact consequences in the digital world.
Okay, did this man just do the if you die in the game, you die in real life, unironically, while selling
Did he?
NFTs?
Did
The
you say
answer to life, unironic.
Alter identity in this metaverse, and whatever you do in the real world matches the exact consequences in the digital world.
No, he's saying the opposite. He's saying if you die in real life, your character dies in the verse, which makes sense, not the opposite. That would be silly.
Okay, did this man just do the plea while selling NFTs? The answer is yes.
No, he didn't. I
And
don't
my
think he did.
only follow-up question is, if you get scammed in the metaverse, do you get scammed in real life in this world too?
Again, he's getting the principles backwards. I think what they did say, and he's misinterpreting here, is it the opposite. It's so whatever you're doing in like the real world reflects in the metaverse, which is also very silly because like if you think about that for just 2 seconds, why would you want that? Again, unless you're living in an apocalyptic like world, in the real world, I don't see how that translates. Because even in the metaverse, that's not real. Like, you know, I get it. Like in the metaverse, right? In Meta's metaverse, you can go there and like, you know, to a classroom where your teacher is and hang out with your friends and actually learn together and all of that. But like, you're not in the real world doing that. In the real world, you're most likely sitting in an office. You're most likely sitting in your bedroom. So I don't know how that would translate.
Look, I'm not here to stump for the bigwig venture capitalists who lost their faces on this. At the end of the day, these are both consumer-facing businesses. They got real people to invest real money into both the $200 Rabbit R1 and into this Gamma NFT project. Both are overhyped. One just already didn't deliver what they promised, while the other is working on fixing it. So, what can be done here? Well, for one, the minimum is that the Gamma NFT holders should be refunded the money they spent.
Yes.
I mean, this isn't even my crazy, wacky suggestion. Jesse suggested it himself in those Clubhouse calls.
And I better pay my money to collect your NFT back if you think this is just an NFT hype and dump project. I have to say that. So the communities will have my words. Anyone that is not envisioning the Gamma to the stage 2 or 3, just want to make a couple of E's out of stage 1, reach out to me. I will buy your NFTs. Okay, I will buy your Gammas and get it out. All right?
All right, we'll take you up on that. Yes, I got a haircut. So I reached out again to Jesse about these refunds, but he didn't respond again. The Rabbit team did, though. They told me Jesse would not refund investors. The quote was out of context. The project was never abandoned. It was actually open sourced. What does that mean? Well, Rabbit claims the Gamma team delivered everything they promised in 3 stages. The one problem is the 3 stages they gave me aren't the 3 stages they promised. The metaverse, by the way, they said they created too, is not a metaverse. It's an Unreal Engine project file that I downloaded to play. It's based on a starter game called Lyra. You can see the starter assets here. And the things Gamma did do made the game so buggy that it crashed every minute. But it gets worse. The Rabbit team denied Gamma ever promised the carbon negative coin, which they repeatedly promised.
Okay.
They said, the coin you referred to never materialized, nor was it ever promised or delivered. Now, obviously, I thought I had a stroke. Here I was listening to Jesse promise it. But also, he even put it in a video saying, explaining Gamma with our roadmap.
Ultimately, our efforts will lead to the Gamma token, the first ever carbon-negative cryptocurrency powered by our sun. Together, we will create a sustainable future for all life on the planet we call home. Join the Discord today and meet your fellow crew members. Gamma.
I don't know how they could have been more clear. I think it's amazing to have them say now, we never promised that. Only to find a roadmap video with you promising, in big letters, carbon negative cryptocurrency. It's just gaslighting at this point to pretend otherwise. What is funny is that Rabbit also mentions clean energy initiatives they say they did, like reducing gas fees. But again, that's not what they promised. They promised a clean energy grid. Jesse also promised it on Discord. His post was in Chinese, but he's clearly talking about OpenSea transactions being used to buy land to build the clean energy grid, which is going to help mine Gamma coins, which is exactly what he said on Clubhouse. I mean, these people are contradicting themselves in multiple languages. So I'll let you decide at the end of the day if the Rabbit team is being honest here. Towards the end, they even tried to tell me that Gamma, in our opinion, and as stated in the fact sheet, has no connection with Rabbit. But the fact sheet they're talking about, they sent me in a document called Gamma Project Fact Sheet. You can't just declare your own facts when it's the same company who made both things, the Rabbit and the Gamma Project. How can you say there's no connection? But after realizing no accountability would be taken and no refunds would be given by this project, I began to feel bad for Gamma investors. It made me wonder, what else is this team hiding? Well, I decided to find out.
Okay, that's gonna be a dope video. Let's go, let's go. All right, so here's the deal though. Still not sold that it's a complete scam. And I'm gonna tell you why. Okay? The special effects go crazy on the stream. Get out of here, brother. Listen, hold on. I don't think... Okay, so I don't know if you... Shut up, dude. Listen, we're using CapCut now. We're getting scrappy. No. But here's the deal. I honestly don't think it's as big a scam as everyone's making it out to be. Like, first of all, I do want to, like, separate it, right? Punished era, absolutely. I do think Gamma, NFTs, and crypto, scam. Something you hold in your hand that, like, that sucks, right? Something that you can actually hold in your hand that under-delivers and is really shitty. I don't know if that's a scam. You know what I mean? If anything, it's false. It is a scam, but, like, not to the degree that NFTs and crypto was, right? Like that, the fucking... Oh yeah, like the video game, right? The carbon neutral currency, like that's a scam. I think this, something that's handheld, like a product that you get for $199 that can be updated, right? And software pushed to it just like a smartphone. I don't know. I think we're kind of splitting hairs. I could be wrong though. I could be a tech cuck. I don't know. Tricking people via silences. I don't know what that means. But like, you know, for the promise that like the rabbit one can be controlled with your brain down the line, I don't think that is false. I think smartphones will be able to do that too down the line. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, do I think the metaverse is a scam? As they're shipping it with crypto and NFT, absolutely. But do I think what Meta is doing at, you know, with their metaverse is a scam, or do I think they think that it is potentially going to be a transformative type of technology? I want to choose to believe in the latter. Because if you believe in the former, then we're doomed, right? We're doomed. Anyway, I don't know. What an interesting video that was, though. I can't wait to see him give a review and a product, you know, demo with the rabbit, because even that's changed. When it was pushed out, I believe it was on 4. Now it's on 4.0, which means I think you can change the voices now on the rabbit. You can do a lot other kinds of things with the rabbit, if I'm not mistaken. At least changing its outputs, doing different things. Its outputs, right? Changing those. All right, that was such a good video, dude. Thank you for shooting my way. I think I'm actually gonna get off and go visit the React Lords, which are in chat. So I'm gonna end this stream. I'm gonna go hang out in their chat for a bit, because I have a job interview at 2, so I want to go get ready for that. And I just want some space to sort of prepare. I'm interviewing for an AI company, so yeah, I'm a little bit of a, you know, AI stan, whatever, dude. AI is gonna take over. Learn to use it, stay curious, and constantly just keep falling down the rabbit holes. Anyway, it's gonna be it for me. God, outside is crazy right now. I love you guys. Anyway, I will see you when I see ya. This is not an hour stream. This was a 46-minute stream, and I'm a big fat liar. So, anyway, bye. Go check out the React Lords. I'll see you in their chat.